All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing the true doctrine across the four winds of the earth in all truth and in sincerity. I'm Lamad Ariyah, and to my left,
Shaquat.
And through the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, we're going to go into a quick lesson, basically just showing there's nothing new under the sun. Things that were before are going to come back to pass again, man. Just a different time, a different era. But, you know, it's still the same concept when it comes to the wicked, okay, to the righteous, evil, good, you know. It's going to be those same people in reincarnation coming back again, man. And 2/3 of our people are coming back in reincarnation and going to be doing the same things that they did in the past, man. When it comes to serving these idols, these other gods, you know, steady departing from Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai to fulfill their lust, to pleasure themselves, and just to have some type of comfort in this devil's kingdom, man. So we're going to go and get into the scriptures, and Lord willing, this is edifying.
Okay, this is 1 Maccabees 1 verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus or Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been a hostage at Rome. He had reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. In those days went there out Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
Right. And a lot of these wicked men are going to be these, especially when it comes to Israel, are these particular, you know, camp leaders within Israel, these particular preachers in these mega churches, your community leaders, you know, just people in general who have some particular influence, right? And who are under that 501c3 charter. They're going to encourage people, just like they did during the time of the jump shot, okay, the demic, to go get that jab, you know, to go to the free throw line. So when the MOTB is implemented, okay, when it's mandatory, these wicked men who have a following in their congregation, who have an influence in their community, they're going to encourage people to go and get this Karagwa, man, because it's the only way you're going to be able to, as it said in Revelation, the 13th chapter, to buy, sell, and trade, you know, to be able to go here and there, to be able to pay your bills, you know, to be able to have any kind of digital monetary system implemented to where you can buy things, you know, because the money, the petrodollar, okay, the fiat, it's going to be obsolete. It's going to be nothing, man. Everything is going digital. And that's the reason why this Karagma is going to have such an impact, because everything is going to be documented and stored in this particular grain of right size device. Okay, it's going to have your medical history, your driving license number, your financial status, you know, whether you have the carbon footprints and have done too much, ate too much, went too many places, you know, whether you're a violent person, you know, it's going to be your everyday life documented and monitored by the devil, man.
Social credit score.
Yep.
You know? Yeah. So what the brother's saying, like, it's not far-fetched, because you had something like this went on some years ago. This was like an article I had saved in my list. Is this from May 2006 from the End Times report? It says secret FEMA plan to use pastors as pacifiers in preparation for a martial law. And I think like the total number was like about 5,000. It says nationwide initiative trains volunteers to teach congregations to obey the government during seizure of guns, property, enforced inoculations, and forced relocation. So now you don't really hear about that nowadays, but even though it might be still so-called dormant, it's not to say that's, you know, completely over with. So what they really doing behind closed doors nowadays, especially when Esau really trying to implement his NWO, you know?
Good.
So you already know these different pastors, including the ones of our people know they are Israelites, are definitely engaged with Esau Edom to establish this great reset, you know?
Right.
So, yeah, I got scripture right here for you. 1 Corinthians 14:32. It says, and the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So this is a process of reincarnation, how the prophets are always going to come back within their lot. So how much more on the left-hand side, these wicked, false pastors, 2/3 of our people, they're going to come in their same lots as well.
Right.
Remember our people stated, Yahushua getting crucified, lest blood be on us and our children.
That's right.
So that same generation's back here again through the process called reincarnation,
Come.
All right, see what that again back in 1 Maccabees.
Come.
All right, so back in 1 Maccabees 1, get to the point, verse 12. It says, so this device pleased them well, then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen.
Right. And see, when these licenses, man, you got, okay, back in the slavery days, you know what I'm saying? The master would give one of his slaves who's going to be a messenger, he would give him a written piece of paper, pretty much was a document, a license that gave him permission to make this deliver this message, man. And if the slave patrol run up on him, instead of them, snatching him up, taking him back to the plantation, they would read that letter, that license, that permission slip, and give him a pass, man.
It was like a hall pass.
It was a hall pass, So fast forward back to now, you got license in your wallet, man, a pocket, a purse, or whatever you got. And if you get pulled over, if you don't have it, you're gonna get a ticket, possibly taken to jail till they do some processing to see who you are, or they'll let you go.
That's
you
right.
know, and the modern day police are nothing but slave patrol. Okay, now when it comes to this charagma, it's gonna be the same thing. You take the charagma, even though you signing your death slip, you're gonna have particular benefits from it. Able to go here, go there. The brother had did the video where he had the vision, where him and two more brothers was approached by police and they were scanning for the charagma to see if they had it. Of course, said through the spirit of Habashimi outside, the scanner was messing up. It looked that they was good. But the one particular brother in this vision actually had already taken it, man. But the point is, that's gonna be your so-called livelihood in this world, because you're gonna be able to maneuver with it.
Right.
Okay, but at the same time, you have taken a covenant, like it said in verse 11. You have taken the covenant with the heathen. Because why? At the end of that verse, it said, "For which." In 1 Maccabees chapter 1 verse 11, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So a lot of people are gonna try to hold out, man, but that sorrow gonna come in because the comfort is gonna leave.
Conveniency.
The conveniency is not gonna be there. Not able to have necessity is not gonna be there. And people are gonna say, "What? Let us go, man. Let's go down here to this chipping station and take this charagma, man."
That's right. And we already saw the prelude, like with the jab.
Yeah.
Hey, so many people were saying what they wasn't going to do.
Yeah.
And when Esau started placing those draconian measures more and more with the jobs and stuff like that,
They folded.
more people start folding, man. So how much more with that knockout punch?
Yeah.
Which is the karama.
And that C9 demic, there was still wiggling room, but people was not willing to have faith, man. First of all, that's the whole thing. There was no faith of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah, that the Lord was going to take care of them, man, because the Lord wasn't dealing with them. And they had more fear of what they was going to lose in the society than what they was risking by taking it, man. A lot of people don't drop dead because of that shit.
Facts.
Suffering now, blackouts. All these athletes having these what that shit called heart failures, congestive heart failure, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
A lot of people are suffering from that jump shot, man.
And these are people who in the best top shape.
Right.
And these young people at that, So these people let their impatience and complacency get the best of them.
Yep.
And you saw the consequences of that. And we're seeing the consequences nowadays of it.
Gun.
All right, so it says right here, 1 Maccabees 1:12. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief.
And that's pretty much, they're gonna, just like back in the day when Israelites would try to uncircumcise themselves, doing all manner of wickedness just so they can, do like the Grecians or the Romans, to be able to be accepted, of these other nations, man. Israelites are going to go and uncircumcise themselves by what? By taking this charagma, man. By leaving the covenant of Yahweh Shem Shai, and going to take a covenant with the heathen.
Yep.
Believing in this devil. But the scripture said, woe to him to go down to Egypt for help. The lack of faith of our people, the lack of understanding is going to be catastrophic, man.
Yeah.
They're going to destroy themselves, man. Because the devil is the devil, man. He can put on a bow tie, he can put on a suit, he can put on a robe, a small hat, whatever, man. His actions never change. They only get worse.
That's right.
But he is not seeking to help the people, man. He's seeking to destroy the people, especially you Israelites, separate you from your power, because he has an agenda of setting up an NWO where he is going to be God of the earth, man.
That's right. And like you said, like he's getting worse, by the second. Or you think about it through the spirit, like Esau knows, as the scripture say, he got a boy a short time. So he's really trying to implement this NWO. So he feels like if he can't get it, then no one can, get this, which is a blessing. So Esau going to be fully tapped in, first and foremost, by the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai on that left-hand side. Like we're going to see the anger of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai upon his vessel of dishonor.
That's right.
And this is Isaiah 28:15. Because you have said, we have made a covenant with death. And this is speaking about 2/3 of our people have made Pharaoh and Egypt, their trust, their belief system. And at the end of the day, the consequences of that is going to be your shame, And it says, and with hell are we in agreement when the overflowing scourge should pass through, it should not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. So you're going to be lying to your congregation about the benefits of accepting the charagma. Just like you see certain preachers and pastors, they did the same thing with the prelude, which was a jab. And look how many people got sent to the spiritual realm by following after these false pastors.
Yeah.
Those are really those dumb dogs that cannot bark, because they're engaged with that 501c3 tax exemption.
Yeah.
So a true shepherd or a pastor, they're going to warn you no matter what the consequences are. That's
right.
why the scriptures say how the Lord, he's going to give you pastors according to his heart.
That's right.
We'll jump down to verse 18. It says, and your covenant with death should be disannulled, which means it's going to be voided out. That contract that you made with Esau Edom, he's going to discard you like he does those different rap artists or singers that made that contract, the 360 contract.
Yeah.
He's going to shelf you. And at the end of the day, he's really going to kill you, because Esau don't really, believe a sellout. He don't trust you like that. And it says, and your agreement with hell should not stand. When the overflowing scourge should pass through, then you should be trodden down by it.
I got one for you, bro. And you can break it down, and this could be the end of it. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 14, starting at verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
Yep. So these going to be the end results of following after the Esau Edom, which means that you follow after death, because to be carnally minded, which is really the DNA within Esau, that's leading after death. But we're following after life, which is Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. And through Yahweh Shai, this is how we got to go through that straight gate, by saying no to not accepting the mark, his image, his beast, this system, Because according to Proverbs 4th chapter and the 14th verse, it says, enter not into the path of the wicked. So you're supposed to avoid these type of evil men.
Yeah.
Because what they bring out that wine of violence. What's that wine of violence? That Babylonian wine, which is anti-Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You know?
Come.
That's it for me on my end, bro.
Well, hey, that's it, brothers. Hey, and Lord willing, this video is edifying to the elect and pleasing to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua B'Shem Rakakodash. Double honor to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Ruel. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom.